Good evening and welcome to the National News broadcast, bringing to you live from the National News Studios here at the ChannelEye Rupavahini Corporation. We're ready to bring you the top stories here at home and around the world. I am Charita Minipurarachi, together with Sharifa Tahir. The President instructs to extend immediate relief to those affected by the fire in Kajimawat in Lanka. 54 temporary houses have been destroyed and 300 persons displaced in the incident. The President meets the Japanese Prime Minister and the Emperor. A $2.8 million donation of medicines from the United States to Sri Lanka. Maximum concessions to entrepreneurs who have obtained loans. Saudi Crown Princess has been named as the new Prime Minister of the country. On to those and other stories in detail now, and starting off with the top local story. 54 temporary houses in Kajimawat, Lanka, Colombo were completely gutted by a fire last night.
Colombo District Secretary Pradeep Yasaratne says around 300 persons have been displaced in the incident. President Ranil Wickremesinghe has instructed the relevant divisions from Japan to immediately extend relief to affected people. This was the third occasion of a fire erupting in this row of houses within a period of around 1.5 years. Residents say fire has broken in one of the houses at the end of the Kajimawat around 8:30 p.m. It has speedily spread to other houses. Around 220 shanties are reported to be in the scheme. 15 vehicles of the Fire Services Department of the Colombo Municipal Council have been used to douse the fire. The department has stated that they were able to extinguish the flames within several hours due to the assistance extended by the 3 armed forces and police personnel as well as the residents. The government analyst is scheduled to conduct an investigation to find out the exact cause of the fire. Colombo District Secretary Pradeep Yasaratne and Director General of the Disaster Management Centre Major General Sudhanta Ranasinghe have inspected the location where the fire has originated. President Ranil Wickremesinghe has given instructions from Japan to President Secretary Saman Ekanayake last night to immediately provide assistance to all those who have been tormented by the incident. The President has ordered to grant redress through coordination of all government institutions, the 3 armed forces, health divisions and the Urban Development Authority under the mediation of the Colombo District Secretary. The President has specially instructed to find out the needs of mothers and children who have been openly exposed to the fire. Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardene has advised officials appointed to look into the incident to speedily prepare the final report on the Kajimawat fire. Participating in the Colombo District Coordinating Committee meeting this morning, he has also advised to probe the report submitted at the previous 3 fire incidents which took place in Kajimawat. The Urban Development Authority has been advised to report on the possibility of halting the practice of giving lodgings to visitors. It has been found out that there has been many reports of illegal dwellings in this housing scheme. It has also been pointed out that assistance is being provided to the affected persons through the intervention of the Colombo District Secretariat. Ministers Prasanna Ranatunga and Bandula Gunawardene and District Committee Chairman and Parliamentarian Pradeep Undugoda as well as other public representatives have attended the meeting. A meeting between President Ranil Wickremesinghe and Japanese Prime Minister Kishida has taken place at the Akasaka Palace in Tokyo City this morning.
The Sri Lankan President was warmly received by the Japanese Prime Minister on this occasion. Mr. Kishida has also extended best wishes to the President over the appointment to the post of President. The 2 leaders have discussed in depth of the program to vibrantly carry forward the close and historic relationship between Sri Lanka and Japan. President Ranil Wickremesinghe has also called on Emperor Naruhito of Japan this morning. The meeting has taken place at the Imperial House in Tokyo City, which is the official residence of the Emperor. Emperor Naruhito has cordially welcomed the President. President Ranil Wickremesinghe, upon completion of a two-day official visit in his Japan, has arrived in Manila city of the Philippines this afternoon. The President's media division says that the President is scheduled to conduct bilateral talks with the President of the Philippines. The Sri Lankan President will also be attending the 55th meeting of the Board of Governors of the Asian Development Bank. And in Manila city tomorrow, a notable feature has been that President Ranil Wickremesinghe has been accorded the chairmanship of the meeting.
The Hope Worldwide Organization of the United States has contributed to Sri Lanka a stock of emergency medicinal items valued around $2.75 million. It was due to the intervention of Sri Lankan ambassador in the United States, Mahinda Samarasinghe, that Sri Lanka was able to receive the stock of drugs. This is the first consignment of US aid being delivered to Sri Lanka. The items include essential drugs, anti-malaria and high blood pressure medicines. Chairman and Chief Executive of the Hope Worldwide Organization, Dave Malutinok, said they have decided to grant assistance through the generous aid and vibrant partnership of the philanthropists. The Sri Lankan mission in Washington, US has extended gratitude to the Hope Worldwide Organization for providing relief to Sri Lanka at a time when the country is in dire need of international aid and medicines. The US organization has been established in the year 1991 on behalf of poor and suffering patients throughout the world.
Chairman of the Litro Gas Company, Mudita Piri, says that the company has commenced repayment of $70 million to the Treasury, which has received as aid from the World Bank. It has also been reported that 6.5 billion rupees have already been repaid. The Litro Gas Company has received around 26 billion rupees as aid from the World Bank in July of this year. This company is utilizing these funds for the procurement of gas stocks from ships presently being anchored in the Sri Lankan ports. A further 8 billion rupees is to be repaid to the Treasury next month. It has been planned to finalize the entire payment of 26 billion rupees in the month of December.
The US $70 million financial facility granted by World Bank to Litro is a long-term credit facility granted to Treasury. We are pleased to inform that we started repayment, and as of today, we have settled rupees 6.5 billion. As these funds have been utilized efficiently and productively, we were able to repay same. The repaid funds can be utilized for the requirements of the national economy. As we introduce the pricing formula alongside receiving the US $70 million, we are able to fulfill our repayments successfully to the General Treasury. The total funds that will be repaid by the end of the year to the Treasury is approximately about 26 billion in rupees. We are very pleased that US 70 million financial facility received from the World Bank was utilized to have uninterrupted supply of gas and sort out the gas shortage in the market, and Litro was able to start repaying it back to the Treasury to use for the national economy. By successfully receiving the US 70 million financial facility from World Bank, not only has it helped Litro to get back to our normal operations, but Litro has been able to support the national economy of the country also.
State Minister of Finance Ranjit Siambalapitiya has requested heads of banks to extend maximum concessions to the entrepreneurs who have obtained loans. The State Minister further said that relief should be provided by safeguarding the financial situation in the banks in the face of the existing financial crisis. He has further pointed out that in an environment where banks raising their interest rates in order to maintain solubility, some entrepreneurs have been confronted with difficulties. Raising interest rates is necessary to safeguard the bank system. However, it is equally important to protect the entrepreneurs. The State Minister has expressed these opinions at a discussion with heads of state banks at the Finance Ministry premises last afternoon. Minister of Justice Vijaydasu Rajapaksa says that a constitution with more democratic characteristics than the 19th constitution has been presented.
He has been made these remarks at a media briefing in the ministry today. Minister Vijayadas Rajapaksa said that a voice raised by all parties in local politics have been that the country is in need of a constitutional amendment which retains the characteristics of the 19th Amendment. The opinions in this connection have been proposed by a main opposition party. This government has also made representations in this regard. Priority has been given into the issue of the 22nd Amendment as well. Only things which could be carried out according to the Constitution without a public referendum have been included. It is clear that democratic features beyond the 19th Amendment have been included. The minister also said that all the proposals presented by the opposition could not be approved as they have been presented in an irrelevant manner. He added that when the main opposition brings proposals, they should align with the Constitution at least between 80 to 90%. The basic law of the country is included when drafting a constitution.
The Indira Cancer Trust has facilitated yesterday a donation to be distributed between the Ride for Apeksha and the Apeksha Hospital for the provision of nutritional products worth 1.1 million rupees for cancer patients at the hospital. 100 plus cyclists who have joined the Ride for Apeksha campaign aims to ride 976 kilometers individually within 40 days to honor the 976 beds that are presently available at a hospital for the cancer patients. In the meantime, a new unit of the President's Media Division has been established today.
The objective of this unit is to make the public life more conducive through minimizing the misinformation. President Secretary Saman Ekanayaka has presided over the commencement of the program at the President's office. The new office has been set up in parallel to the International World Day of Right to Information, which falls today. Setting up of a new web page titled Pratichara aimed at speedily resolving people's problems has also taken place today. The attention of the President has been focused on a daily basis on the people's problems published in the media. The newly established unit hopes to verify the accuracy of such news items and to direct them directly to the government's completely competent authority and the objective of resolving the problems without delay. It has been observed in the past few days that more room has been given deliberately on misinformation by undermining the genuine people's problems. A group of officials of the President's office was also present at this occasion.
The Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna says party membership of a Pradeshya Sabha member who has been arrested in connection with a cash robbery in Rajangania has been suspended. General Secretary of SLPP Attorney at Law Sagar Karyavasam in a communique says further action will be taken over the charges filed against him. The suspect has been arrested and placed under detention over an incident that has taken place in Tambutegama while functioning as a member of the Rajangana Pradeshya Sabha.
And now let's move on to some news items in brief. The ceremony to commemorate the right to international information was held at the main hall of the Department of Government Information this morning. The keynote address has been delivered by First Director of General of the Information Commission, retired Senior Administrative Officer Jayanthi Saranasinghe. Government officials connected to the Ministry of Mass Media took part in this event. Presentation of the Code of Task Procedures has also been unveiled. The ceremony has been organized annually by the Ministry of Mass Media with the objective of creating an interest among the general public over the Right to Information Act. Blessings of all flags of the Army brigades and regiments in connection with the 73rd anniversary of the Sri Lanka Army has taken place at the historic Sri Dalanda Maligawa premises in Kandy today. Command-in-Chief of the Sri Lanka Army, Lieutenant General Vikum Dienage, has presided over the event. Sales promotion and trade exhibition on self-service entrepreneurs was conducted in Sathirupaya Bathramulla in parallel to the World Habit Day. A two-day exhibition on this connection has got underway at the sports ground in Sathirupaya today. Chairman of the Habit Development Authority, Priyanth Ranathinga, has presided over the events. The food and other creation of 50 micro and small and medium scale entrepreneurs is also displayed at the exhibition.
Well, that's it on. Welcome back, and we now move on to news overseas. Saudi Arabia's powerful Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman has been appointed Prime Minister, a post that is traditionally held by the king.
The 37-year-old son of King Salman bin Abdulaziz, 86, is already seen the de facto ruler of the oil-rich Gulf state. A royal decree announcing his promotion from Deputy PM and the Defense Ministry cited an exception to the basic law. An official told Reuters news agency the move in line with the king's previous delegation of duties to him. Ali Shibab, a Saudi analyst close to the royal court, tweeted that Mohammed bin Salman's promotion, the king, who has been admitted to hospital twice this year, will continue to share the cabinet meetings he attends. The decree named another of his sons, Prince Khalid bin Salman, as the new defense minister. A third Prince Abdulaziz bin Salman remains in the key role of energy minister in the world's biggest oil exporter.
At least 76 protesters have been killed by Iranian security forces during 11 days of unrest sparked by the death of a woman in custody, activists say. Iran Human Rights, a Norway-based organization, accused authorities of using disproportionate force and live ammunition to suppress the dissent. State media have put the number of dead at 41, including several security personnel, and blamed rioters. Hundreds of people have also been arrested, 20 of them journalists. The risk of torture and ill treatment of protesters is serious, and the use of live ammunition against protesters is an international crime, said IHR's director Mahmoud Amiri Mogdaman. The world must defend the Iranian people's demands for their fundamental rights. The UN Human Rights Office also said it was very concerned by the authorities' violent response and urged them to respect the right to protest peacefully.
Welcome back with your sports update. And the Sri Lankan team, who has been selected for the T20 World Cup cricket tournament, has been engaging in warm-up sessions at the Pallikele International Cricket Stadium.
The 15-member Sri Lankan squad is captained by Dasun Shanaka. The Sri Lanka team, competing in the Women's Asia Cup cricket tournament to be held in Bangladesh, has left the island today. The tournament begins on the 1st of next month. This is a T20 series, and Chamariyatha Pattu has been entrusted with the responsibility of leading the Sri Lankan team. The tournament, organised for the fourth occasion, will be conducted centering on the Sylhet grounds in Bangladesh. 7 teams, in addition to the host Bangladesh, take part in the tournament. The engineering team has been successful in winning the championship trophy of the T20 cricket tournament of the professionals. The finals of the tournament was played between the Lawyers team and the Engineers team at the Colts grounds in Colombo. The Lawyers team were all out for 156 runs. The Engineers team has fulfilled the victory target of 157 with 5 wickets in hand.
And with that, we conclude tonight's news. Do it just tomorrow at the very same time. I'm Charita, signing off with Sharifa. Stay safe.
Have a pleasant night.